prompting. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Uncaught Exceptions podcast. Today we have a special guest. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Ayush. My name is Ayush Aggy on TikTok, Agfi in music. What am I? I'm a TikToker, I guess. Uh, I'm a crypto engineer, blockchain engineer, student, senior at UC Berkeley, and producer, DJ, artist, singer.
Love it.
I mean, I just feel like you need at least one more title in there. It's just like not enough.
We'll see. We'll make it happen. Maybe tonight.
Today.
Second, did you sign
Now
up
you're
for
a
the Solana
podcaster.
Creator
Now you're a
Fund?
podcaster too.
Wait, what?
I'll put podcaster in my IG bio.
Yeah.
That's after this.
I mean, you can. What did you ask, Alysia?
Yeah.
I was asking if you signed up for the Solana Creator Fund. They created a fund for musicians, $5 million, 1,000 musicians.
Wow, I was
Aggy?
not aware of that. No.
Oh, really?
Okay,
You
well-
should sign up quick.
What's
Yeah.
the Solana? So that blockchain company that does music streaming is built on Solana, right?
Audius.
Audius, yeah.
Yeah. So it's in partnership with Audius and Metaplex, which is like an NFT marketplace.
Okay, cool. I have a freestyle up on Audius.
Oh, you do?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Come here, I'll follow you. I'm using Audius heavy.
Oh,
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Nice.
They
Wait.
got an app.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not
They do have
bad
an app?
by there.
Oh, okay. I'll check that out.
He's like, I gotta check out the. Anyway, so yeah. Okay, now I just messed that up. We'll just cut that, guys. Anyways, I didn't know what I was saying. I didn't know where I was going.
So
By the way,
Yes. So how is life? How's your internship going?
life is good. I'm in like my 10th week of the internship now, so I'm living in Boston. I'm no longer in California. So I'm here in Boston, living at some of my MIT's friends' apartment. So it's been chill. This city is nice. The vibes are good. Office is super nice. So I'm trying to bag that return offer, honestly.
nice.
Okay.
You gotta
Nice.
snag it, bro. You gotta snag it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, so you moved there? You moved to Boston?
No, I'm just here. I'm visiting for like 3
Oh,
weeks.
okay. I was gonna say, wow. How are you gonna get back to your semester?
Yeah, that's like a later problem.
I
so
see.
the real question is, do they let interns work on production code?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's
So,
lit. That's lit.
yeah. The total company, I thought it was a much bigger company, but the engineering strength at Algo is like 19 engineers. I think now 20.
Wow.
Oh, that's
So,
sick. So pretty
yeah, it's-
small team.
It's pretty tight. I just got tickets and I'm working on shit. I added some features to the SDKs. I added opcodes to the virtual machine. So just like,
Love it.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so Alysia is a blockchain engineer as well. I don't know if
Oh,
you knew that.
nice. I think
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah, I saw your episode. I was trying to see what the vibe is here.
Oh, nice.
That's
So is this just the summer internship at Algorand or
Yeah, this
Is
is
it
just
like-
a summer thing for me.
okay.
I'm hoping to at least get the option to come back, as I said,
Yeah.
because I think it's like a good opportunity. I think it's a pretty robust chain. My my opinion on that is like there's a lot of network effects with ETH and Bitcoin, obviously. I mean, namely ETH. If you're talking about like smart contract blockchains, and Algorand is at the place where it's so behind in terms of the tools that it makes sense why no one builds on it.
Yeah.
Just because like I think a month ago, like for loops were implemented in the assembly language, in the T language. So you're kind of expecting developers to build, these like complicated DeFi protocols on a system that had not enough features to build these things. But at the time that I've come in, there's a lot going on. So I'm feeling pretty good about the future of the network, and the community seems to be relatively technical, which is a good sign. Not like the the previous company I was at, Ripple, has a little bit of a more wild community. It's like different ecosystems, different people.
That's good.
That's
because
putting
I
it
think
very. Go ahead.
sorry, no, go
Go
on.
I was saying that's putting it pretty nice to just call them wild, to be honest, because I have experience with that community. It's
What's the yeah? Let's hear more about that, Krystal.
no. They're just they know who they are. You know, they're just toxic. It doesn't seem like they are like too rational with. They're very radical in their thought about, or at least their loyalty for like no reason.
At this point, we might as well rebrand as Anti-Ripple Podcast.
I mean, I'm completely okay with this. Like 1000% down.
We've bashed it like 3 episodes in a row at this point. Like,
But that also tells you how toxic it is, because we've had 3 different crypto creators on here, and we've all had issues. So that tells you a lot. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I will say the one thing about Ripple is that like when I was there, it was at a point where I think the engineering was not completely together. Like there was the main engineering team which built a product that used the currency, but they built on top of exchanges, so they weren't really building core technology. And then there was like obviously the core development team that is like still fine. I think that has very smart people in it. And then there was this other team that I was on called the Spring team, X Spring, that no longer exists. But the point of that team was to be like a technical developer relations team. So they were supposed to build SDKs and tools and all that stuff. But that team has since then been rebranded into something else. I am not aware of what's going on internally. But for the amount of time that I was there wasn't that much progress back then, especially compared to how much progress has been made this summer with Algorand alone. But I was going to say that in my club, Blockchain at Berkeley, the new people who are trying to source consulting projects are actually talking to Ripple CTO, and it seems like there's much more buy-in from the CTO, David Schwartz, to talk to the actual people in the community who are like my club, like Blockchain at Berkeley, like who are established people, and work with them in a more meaningful way, like work on protocol developments and research-oriented things.
That's awesome. So you
There
have
might be
a
a comeback.
club?
Might
Is
be a
that
Ripple
your
comeback.
club, the Blockchain at Berkeley Club? Is that a club you started?
So I'm not the founder, but I was president for the last year, and I ran the consulting department for that club for the last year. So that entails like just getting projects, building proof of concepts, adding libraries, working on various things for Fortune 500s to like blockchain startups as the main 2 kind of clientele we try to work with. So pretty good experience, especially as like a teenager. To be able to be in that kind of position was really cool.
That's awesome.
So you said compared to Algorand, Ripple's progress, there wasn't much while you were there. Is it purely just because there weren't enough engineers, or were there other internal like issues?
I think they're always trying to hire people. I mean, every like tech organization is trying to get more people, more engineers specifically. But for Ripple, I feel like there was a lack of cohesive strategy. I mean, the whole use case, I don't know what the use case is now, but back then it was like Ripple Net cross-border payments, which is like it's a shaky thing to put all your eggs in that one basket, rather than thinking about how do I make this blockchain a more useful tool for people for various things. And kind of thinking that we're going towards this one use case and the banks are going to love us because we're sucking up to them. I think it's a little bit of a cognitive dissonance with like the rest of the community.
Yeah. I think recently I saw that they were planning to do NFTs as well, but I'm interested to see how they're actually going to apply that if their customers are currently banks. I'm sure there would be a use case, but I can't think about it right now.
I mean, there is a use case at a bank, I feel
You're
like.
gonna NFT your mortgages now.
No, they are.
I mean, yeah, that's the point.
That's definitely a use case for NFTs.
Yeah, because you have like shared home ownership, so
right?
That could fall into place there.
Yeah, it's gonna be easier to break up ownerships, like percentages and things.
Yeah.
That could be cool. Yeah, we'll see what they do. I mean, I was called upon to advise some folks there about their NFT strategy, and it seems like it's unclear what their direction with that is either. I think even people in the blockchain industry are not immune to following trends and hype.
Yeah.
So if they were really serious about NFTs and the value behind it, they would have been doing that 2 years ago when they were like implemented in various applications on Ethereum. But it's tough to knock them for it because like it had to happen at some point.
Yeah.
You guys heard that, right? So basically, this guy has a direct hand in how Ripple will apply using NFTs. So please don't fuck with us. Thank you. I know, I'm kidding. Are you? But do you still run the? You're still part of the club, though, right? Even though you're not with Ripple, it's not. It's not just a Ripple club. It's a full-on blockchain club.
Yeah, it's a full-on blockchain club.
Okay.
Yeah, I can talk more about that if you guys want.
Yeah, I'm actually
Yeah.
kind of curious. You said you worked with Fortune 500 companies. What sorts of problems were they trying to solve with blockchain technology?
So my experience with the club in a consulting aspect was mainly working with these companies. So I've worked with BMW, BASF, like a big chemical manufacturer, um, just to name some, and then more car manufacturers. And there's always people who are interested, but then ultimately don't want to invest in working with us.
Yeah.
But generally they're back then in 2018, 2019, they just wanted to see what they can do with blockchain.
Yeah.
Build a POC, let us know what we're doing.
Yeah.
They hired us, they hired Accenture, they hired Infosys, whoever the hell, to build them POCs. And half the time, what would happen is we would come to our deliverable and we would present it, and they'd all be shaking their heads like, every other firm did this a different way. Why are you guys doing it this way? And then it would be on us to like explain that you don't need to create a token for this, or like
Exactly.
like the blockchain is meant to store state. You don't have to monetize it without reason to, things like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that hype has died down. Now since then, blockchain companies have become more robust themselves. Like your Compound, Aave, Oasis, we've worked with Dapper Labs, the what is that? The NBA Top Shot company. Do you
Yeah.
guys have Top Shots?
No.
Oh
You
no,
know?
Not me.
they were getting sold out. I think like the NBA was dealing with like bots and stuff. So I was like, dude, I'm
Oh,
not
Oh,
waiting on these
shoot.
bots, man.
security mindset. Have to always
Yeah,
be
dude,
thinking
like
about that.
because they would just drop them in packs, right? So then the packs would sell out in a second, and then they would get resold everywhere for like 10 times more.
Yeah, people were making
Damn.
ridiculous profits.
Yeah.
Yo, what's
People
on
in
the blockchain?
Yeah. Yeah. Blockchain is just I see why it's a meme. Like as someone who like, I mean, I'm invested very heavily in the industry. Like I understand why it's like still a joke to many people in the world.
It's I mean,
Yeah.
it's still like it's so in its like infancy, as they say. It's like
Yeah.
people are just now like in like the past year, I would say people are really familiar with it finally, right? And even though it's been around forever. So
But I still do like that companies are innovating and not really paying attention to the laws because they're like, the laws aren't here yet. Let's just do it for now. And then they will come eventually. So, for example, their tokenized stocks on the, what is it, the Terra blockchain with their protocol called Mirror. They're like, yeah, I don't know. The SEC probably might come for us at some point. I mean, Binance has stock tokens too, and they kind of stopped that. So I just love that. Like, yeah, let's just try.
No, absolutely. Like there's no way to know. You just gotta risk it.
Yeah.
People in my chat are saying they own NBA Top Shots, so the hype is there for
Damn.
sure. Like
yeah, no, it's the same as like it's similar to the sneaker hype, you know? It's like
yeah.
there's just limited quantity, so then everything gets bought out and then resold.
Yeah.
Are you a sneakerhead, Paras?
No, not really, but I like buying a few nice shoes every now and then, you know.
Oh yeah.
few Jordans.
I feel like NFT is like the most useful, or not useful, I guess. It could be the most applied to the masses because people are already into like trading cards and like, like collecting just like collectible items in general. So I feel like if that's what's gonna get people into blockchain, I feel like, cool.
It's funny though because like people see NFTs and then they're like, um, these are bad for the environment.
What else in your life? Like everything is bad for the environment if you really think about it.
Like this person just made a VR piece and that directly killed 5 sea turtles.
Yeah. No, dude, like the thing they don't consider, right? I think it's the fact that everyone knows that blockchain mining, right? That is actually putting CO2, right? Like creating CO2, right? But they don't consider what is the entire banking infrastructure doing. We don't even have a number on that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they don't even take that into account. They're like, oh yeah, banking has zero, and then blockchain just has like all this, right? And it's like it doesn't make any sense.
All these, that's the problem with having so much centralization in the way that we live, is because the person in power can always just blame it on the people below them.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Carbon footprint is like such a myth. Like all of us have to be careful of our own carbon footprint, when the real statistic is like there's like 3 companies that do like a majority of all the carbon emissions.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's just even our electricity creation, right? It's like all coming from burnt coal. Like they're burning coal and then it's coming to us. So it's like, are we singularly the problem, or is it like all these huge corporations doing all this stuff?
Accountability is good. I mean, it's blockchain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up,
That's
Alysia?
facts.
Is that how you say it? Is it Alysia? I'm sorry.
It's Alysia, but I guess
Alysia.
different pronunciations. I don't really care at this point.
No, I'm gonna say it. I mean,
Just like, yeah, if you're talking to me, cool. Yeah, I got you.
sure.
I think the narrative about saying that NFTs are bad for the environment really irks me, because if you think about it, the nodes are running 24/7 regardless of what type of transactions are being ran, whether you're minting an NFT, whether you're sending ether to your friend. So why all of a sudden sending an NFT is going to blow your house up, or going to consume 2 months of energy? Like, even that narrative for me was just like, oh, this is so silly and it's so clear. Like, they just have, I don't know whose motive it is, but it's just super annoying.
That's why we need more content from you, Alysia. We need to inform the people.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
So yeah, I just wanted to ask, how did you get into blockchain? Like, where did you start from your club? Like, were you kind of like an entry member in the club and then kind of got your footing there?
Yeah, I was like initially in the club just to apply to like at Berkeley. There's a weird scene where you enter campus thinking, I made it to UC Berkeley, let's go. And then you go on campus and then there's like 20 to 30 consulting clubs, tech clubs that are all like selective that you have to apply to. And then like, if you've seen the Facebook movie, like final clubs at Harvard, it's like the same concept of just you're already at somewhere elite relatively.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you got to get even to the more next level to that. So if I'm being completely honest, I was caught up in that whole thing. So then I applied to a bunch of clubs. The blockchain club, the people in there seem different than the other folks on campus. Like they're not like everyone else.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like
They're so
they're
cool.
different. Nah, they just seem to have different values. Like the questions were more about like what I want the technology to do for the world versus like
right.
how many years I've been making machine learning models as an infant. It's like it's just a
Yeah.
different
It's an infant.
it's like a different
yeah,
mindset.
it's like I was learning neural networks since I was 3 years old. Like, what were you doing? You know?
Like, I am a neural
Yeah.
network. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So I felt like a natural like comfort with those people. So I felt like it's a good like let's join this group of weirdos in this huge club. I had no idea how established the club was.
Right.
And then I enter, I'm a freshman and I'm seeing people who are like only 3 years older than me, they're in Europe, they're in Mexico, they're in Dubai, speaking keynote speakers at these conferences.
Wow, that's
That's crazy.
amazing.
crazy stuff, and I didn't even understand until I got into the club like how deep the industry is and how much there was to it. And this was in 2018 when the price was so low and no one even cared because it crashed. It crashed, guys. It's
Yeah.
done. It's over. So that's how I got in. Yeah.
I love that
That's
voice,
sick.
by the way. If we could just keep doing that.
Yo,
I
no,
have to
you
balance.
have not seen his TikToks? Like
I
he
didn't
this is what he does. He's a character actor basically. He
My
has
I
so
love
many
it.
different characters. Like he is such a good actor.
My TikToks
It's
are so
kind of
under
crazy.
emphasis.
So Ayush, like we all
Yeah.
study computer science, right? At some point or still studying. And I think
I
everyone is
studied computer
fearful.
engineering, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, fine. But I think
Sorry,
everyone is fearful about interviews.
real
when you
engineers.
interview for a tech company. How is it interviewing for a blockchain company and for Algorand in particular?
Yeah, that's a good question. The normal tech company grind is that whole leak code grind,
Yeah.
which I've never done because
You haven't.
I'm not interested in that.
Dude,
Hey.
that's what's up, dude. I hate the
Yo,
leak code grind, but I
you
gotta
don't
do it
need leak
anyway.
code for
But
blockchain company?
Not for like not like my interview for Algorand was 2 interviews. One of them was the head like forward deployed person like talking to me about like, okay, you've done consulting, make me like a vending machine class. And then I like talk to him about what should go in this vending machine class. And then through that he's like trying to scope out if I can think in a way where I can build solutions for people because that's what he does, right?
Right.
Um,
it was more of like a system design question,
like a
almost.
system design, but I
Okay.
think because I'm an undergrad, it's like one level lower where it's just
Yeah.
like design this class.
Yeah, like high level architecture.
Yeah, so that was one of them, and then that was where I was actually coding. The other interview was just an hour of conversation about theoretical topics like hashing, security, distributed systems, blockchain specific
Oh, that's
things.
cool.
So
Yeah.
it was just a conversation, and that's what ultimately convinced me to join the company because I was more interested in that than whatever 3-sum, 5-sum problem that Facebook would make me do and then
Yeah.
Mhm.
shit on me for.
I
No,
will
dude,
say,
that's
I feel
facts.
like the computer science degree definitely sets you up better for that type of interview, though. Like the theoretical, like thinking, right? Like it's very much very theoretical, the entire degree. So that's actually
Yeah.
super cool to hear.
No, I agree completely. Like that's what it should be. I think the reason that's hard to scale.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
it's hard to do that for every engineer that pulls up because let's face it, like at Facebook, like I'm gonna make some React button or something. I'm not like digging on that because that's like a very important skill in itself, but it doesn't require theoretical knowledge,
Right.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with like, that's the whole argument, right? With what they do at these big tech companies is like, they have such a high volume, they need to get rid of people, right? And this is just an easy way to get rid of all the people that aren't like fit enough to be the best, right? And it's like, okay, who's actually willing to put in the work and be good at these random prompts that they're not going to use ever again, but at least they did it, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like, whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
Are they so Alicia, you've interviewed at blockchain companies. Are the interviews similar from each company or do they have a certain process that you've
So
been
I would
at?
say in my experience interviewing at one company, the interviews we did involve code, but there would be like in some cases there might be take-home exercises or some would be on the spot. We were kind of trying to figure out what's the best thing because we were still trying to figure out what's the way to weed out people who aren't actually good, but still not do that whole leak code thing.
Right.
So it was a mixture of a take-home exercise, but there was programming involved because the
Okay.
roles I was hiring for, they were software engineers, most of them senior. So we did require coding even for junior, but it wasn't anything crazy. And to be fair, the things that you would program are things that you'd actually do on the job. So it was a good opportunity for you
that's
to then
cool.
figure out like, hey, do I actually want to work at this company? Is this the kind of things I would like to do? So I thought that was really, really good. And that's what got me interested as someone applying as well.
That's
I
dope.
see. I see. That is dope. That is.
Yeah, I like
Um.
that. I like that.
I have a question about Algorand that I don't know if
Sure.
you'd be able to answer. But I
What's
had done some research into it and I was really surprised by this. So, long story short, Algorand is meant to be solving the blockchain trilemma, which means decentralized, secure, and
Mhm.
fast. All right, cool. And that's like amazing because normally we don't have that solution.
Right.
However, when you have to become a miner, you normally get rewarded. And when you get rewarded, that's why you become a miner. However, in order to become a miner on the Algorand blockchain, you had to have been an early participant, and no new node runners can actually get incentives. I don't know if that's actually just my bad with my research, but that's what I found. So I'm like, well, even though decentralization can be achieved, people are not incentivized to become a node runner or a miner. So the height of decentralization probably will not be reached as it would be with Ethereum and Bitcoin. Do you know anything about that? Can you talk about
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. This is the biggest criticism of Algorand. Something I've even brought up to the team myself.
Right.
There's that, like, there's the fact that there's no, besides the early rewards, there's no like built-in positive reward scheme. But on top of that, the fact that there's no negative reward scheme for punishing folks
Mm,
who are offline or
Mm.
don't have who are offline, because there's like a lot of very clear security problems if you have a bunch of offline nodes that default to not voting. Then a malicious attacker can just sit in this valley of offline nodes and then take over the Byzantine system.
yeah.
So it's an issue, in theory, but I think what the mindset internally is that a proper blockchain should not need incentive schemes, as it should be like a backbone that you
Shock
follow.
in your face.
And that's like a hot take. That's Professor Macaulay's
That is a
take,
hot take.
basically.
Yeah.
If you ask any Ethereum user, they'll never agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm questioning if I agree with that myself.
Yeah.
I've been there for like 2 months,
Right.
but when you think about it in a practical manner,
Mm,
the blockchain, the Algorand blockchain, has what, 1,000 something nodes running. So at that point, the system is set up. I don't know how
yeah.
many nodes, how many like servers that Google has across the world, but it's enough to have a reliable, fast content delivery network for all their services.
Yeah.
And it's owned by one person. So already compared to that, the hard power is better.
That's true.
Um, and the second thing is that the positive reward scheme is meant to incentivize the long-term cooperation of the nodes that joined back then and that will continue to join. So I can think of it more of nurturing the seeds or the roots that are already there versus worrying about getting as many small players as you can. Many would argue that that's a more centralized way to look at it. That might be true, but the protocol is so efficient that it's so easy to validate and create blocks that the reward is almost not even necessary because there's not that much actual work that goes into it.
Makes sense. Cool. I would love to
Same.
follow up more on that question, like as you spend more time to see if your mindset has changed around incentivization and blockchain technology. Because I think that's almost the key to solving decentralization in that space. You know, prior to that, in computer science, solving decentralization was still quite hard. So I'd love to hear more about that sometime 6 months from now, maybe.
Of course, yeah, always happy.
Okay, so uh you're also an artist. So let's kind of get into like your music side a little
Hell
bit.
yeah.
When did you start what was your first instrument?
I played piano as like my parents forcing me to
Aw.
when I was younger.
Asian families,
Dang,
yes.
dude. Yeah, typical
Yeah.
Asian stuff going on.
Definitely an Asian thing, yeah.
I said that and I'm like, damn, this is the most like stereotypical like
Like
Yeah, dude.
I'm
Luckily,
Korean, bro. I'm
luckily I didn't
Korean
have
and I
to,
had to learn piano,
but
so
my older sister did. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so I played piano for a long time and I stopped it in like high school, but through that I gained like music theory intuition. I joined the band in middle school. I played trombone. I
Hey,
was
Nice.
I was like a viola player for some amount of time.
Nice.
I play stupid instruments too. I play like the ocarina, like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Like,
Oh,
do you know
nice.
that? Like,
I have no idea what that is.
No, I have no idea what that is, dude.
I don't know what that is
there's
either.
no way.
I thought someone would know.
Bruh, we're on a computer science podcast and no one knows. Legend of Zelda.
Ocarina? Is that the Macarena?
The
I wasn't into
ocarina.
Zelda, dude.
What?
Wow. That's true to me, honestly. I thought I was gonna say space, but I was wrong.
Whoa, this looks. What the heck?
Yeah,
This
it's like
is-
a flute. It's like a deranged like flute.
This looks so ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He did say it was a stupid instrument. So.
It's like a toy instrument.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like whatever other random instruments like drums. I have like drum pads I play, but all of this is just to say that these skills I built up to get into music production because I wanted to make my own music. Like initially it was like dubstep, like EDM, this like bass music. I made a good amount of that. I never released any of it because I got to the point where I was like, I made something cool, and then I was done.
Mm.
I think a lot of people who are like creative like do that. But then over COVID, I realized like, okay, I've been doing this for years. I carry on my music gear everywhere. This is clearly not just something I want to take lightly and just like flirt with. Like I should actually commit to trying to do this in a serious way. So I produced a house song. It's called Let It Ride. I released it. I did the classic Instagram promotion because back then I had no TikTok platform whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that song still plays at parties at UC Berkeley if I'm there. My friends like always bump it.
Cute. That's
It's like-
awesome.
Yeah, it's cute. They're doing it for me. I know deep down, but like it's still fun. Everyone's jamming out to
That's
it.
I didn't mean it like that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's cool. And since then, like I've trying to been better. I've met up with engineers, other artists. I met up with Krystal. So many things are happening. So more music is coming out. My recent single "Shot Through Me" has like I think 7 or 8K on Spotify now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
even
good.
promote it that much. I just made like one TikTok about it, and then
You gotta use your TikTok cloud, dude.
That's
Like
powerful. That's so
it
good.
is.
Just make it your audio for every video.
No, for real. I mean,
Like
the thing is, yeah. But the thing is, he does like POV though. So he doesn't use music so that other
Yeah.
people can like do edit
Oh,
and shit. Yeah.
okay.
that's why there's a
okay.
disconnect there. So I'm like,
Yeah.
making new videos now. Like I'm making vlogs and out of character videos.
Yeah, try to
and-
incorporate
Yeah.
it somehow. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll
I'm
help.
making thirst traps now.
Oh,
This-
oh, damn.
Yeah,
We got
for
another
real.
Ben of water
Bruh.
up, man.
No, bruh. No, for real. Like
what?
yeah.
I don't know if people actually think he's attractive or not. I can't tell.
Dude, I have no idea what happens in his comments.
Just-
I'm so
If you
confused.
need entertainment, just go in his comment section, dude. It's like Ben,
Something else.
come home. Are
Ben,
you
I love you.
submissive and breedable? Like what?
Yo,
Apparently,
fuck.
I thought that was like an original comment, but like apparently that's like a thing that people ask in comment
That's a
section.
thing.
TikTok is
yeah.
a weird place. Oh my god.
Someone, yeah, someone definitely started the trend, and then other commenters followed.
You
Oh,
can't
it's
forget
wild
that-
in there.
You can't forget that TikTok is comprised of mostly teenagers under the age of 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Super
I
That's the
don't
troll.
creepy
speak like
part,
that. I
and that's
never
the
spoke
creepy
like
part.
that. I'm sorry. That does not compute for me.
That makes his
I've
comment
never
section
said those
even
words in my
creepier.
life.
Yeah, you really don't know who you're talking to.
Simp Army strong, man. It's probably a dude, you know?
I'm
Most
No,
likely
it's
a
definitely
dude.
So
no, it's
many-
definitely a dude. Yeah.
so many dudes be having females as their profile pic, like
Yes.
just women like in their
Yeah.
pictures, because like
Right.
Or even like it's just woman anime characters a lot of the time.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
Like,
And, like-
man, I don't know how to tell you this, but your simps are all dudes, bro.
all that's so. I mean, all jokes aside, it's good that CS boys are getting attention. If it's a joke or not,
True.
we'll see what
They are getting attention. They are.
And I
Because
think
like
CS boys
nerd
should get
culture is
attention
cool
too.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, now yeah, now like I can admit that I'm like a CS major, and people are like able to distract or decouple the stereotype from like my content.
Right.
They're like, damn, and he makes POV jokes.
For real.
But yeah, I mean, this guy kind of blew up out of nowhere though, like, because the first time I duetted him, he was at like 9K, I'm pretty sure, somewhere around there, and now he's at like over 100K. Like this dude, like, I mean, he is killing it though. No, he is low key, high key killing it actually. So you also need to think about getting into acting, and just like compound all of it, you know?
I'll be like on some teenage show. I'll get shot. Then I'll drop a mixtape with
All right,
someone.
all right, Drake.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh shit! Who said Drake? What?
Dude, he's got to get a little baby feature, dude, and he's gonna be the next big thing.
Nice, let's go.
So are you working on music like regularly then?
Yeah. So I know. So Krystal and I talked at some point about like what kind of music I should make and like how the industry works and stuff. Because Krystal's a vet. Krystal's a actual
She's a
vet.
vet, dude. That's her other life. She's in her second life now.
I'm
I have
definitely
no
in my
idea.
second. I'm a cat, guys. I have 7 more.
I'm hyped to see all of them. But we were talking about it, and then I think you were kind of telling me to like make EDM basically, but since then, I've stopped making EDM.
It's literally been like 3 weeks. So what happened in 3 weeks?
He's like, screw Krystal's advice.
No, I didn't say make no, guys, he's twisting my words. I didn't say make EDM. He was already making EDM, and he told me that he wanted to do festivals and tour. So I was advising him on what type of music if he's trying to do the festival rounds. So what happened in the last 3 weeks since I talked to you?
Honestly, it's just like something is so fulfilling about just trying to grind a beat and try to write lyrics to it. I think that's what people want to hear these days, just to be honest. So like I think no matter what my actual sound ends up looking like and like what my production skills end up like doing for me, at some point I have to learn how to sing and rap.
Yeah.
So I think it's important.
Dang,
like
he's gonna become a rapper. That's legit, dude. I'll follow, dude. I'll follow.
Paris is like, you get a follow now.
Yeah, let's go.
No, I'll follow you on Spotify or whatever. What's your
audience.
Is your Spotify
Audience.
What's your Spotify name?
My
Or
Spotify
audience
name is
name?
Aggy. A-G.
Oh,
We'll
it's
send it
Aggy.
to you.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll send it to you after too.
Yeah, I have a freestyle on Audience. There's some Hindi in there.
Ooh.
Nice. That's cool. That's a cool mix.
Yeah.
So then, I mean, so you are just gonna go like you're basically gonna go the traditional like recording artist route, but like okay, that's cool
so,
too.
yeah.
But
we'll see. I'm
yeah.
open.
Yeah, but just also know like with music though, like you can start off with the genre and like you grow enough of a fan base and they'll follow you wherever you go, dude. So like it's just a matter of building that community.
No, for sure. I think that's a good intuition to have. Like, and TikTok definitely helps with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude. I like
definitely use that TikTok clout though. Like that's literally what TikTok is there for. Because TikTok is using us, you need to use them.
Absolutely. That's why I started the channel. I mean, I never really cared too much about like how I got a platform. I tried to grind music videos for months, like 2-3 months at least. Like I was making like production videos and stuff every day, and like I would never get more than like 5 likes. So at some point I'm like on TikTok.
Okay.
I had a music account that I made because I'm like, if you make a new account, then TikTok boosts your like.
Yeah.
They do
though. They
do, but my thing got boosted for like 2 videos, and then I went back to 5 likes.
Well, you should start posting like some music content back there and then promote it from your main or something.
I think I'm
like that.
Some of those videos, because some of those videos had such good like production quality. So I'm
honestly, fuck the niching down. To be honest, like you're a brand on your own. Like I just feel like if you start building your community now and they follow you for you, they're
can-
gonna like you as
you can
your
trickle
brand.
in. You can trickle in those videos between your normal ones too.
Right,
Yeah, that
right.
might like start build like, oh, this dude also makes music on his page. You know, that could be a thing.
Yeah,
Because
most definitely.
like the niching down is cool, but like you're human. Like you don't only just have one interest. I just feel like that's
Yeah.
so narrow-minded to like branch. I don't know, but maybe
Yeah,
that's
I don't know, man. I don't
It's
know
all
if it works or
strategies.
what, dude. My only success has been crossing like coding and anime, dude. Like that's my only.
That's a good
when I
one.
break out of my normal stuff.
like break out.
But that is quite niche, actually. So that actually proves niching does work if you have the right niche, I suppose.
That's
It
true.
is.
That's true.
The thing is, there's so much crossover there. I think that's why it's like
There
just like
is
it's
it's
just like
all
every
crossover.
programmer just watches
Yes.
anime. Like that's just a
Right.
thing, you know.
True.
Yeah,
That's like an
it's
immense
definitely
collab
yeah.
of two niches.
Yeah.
for sure. Are you into anime? Paras has an anime channel if you'd like to follow that.
Oh, I'll drop a follow for sure.
Dude, I haven't even posted in like 2 months on that page, but yeah.
Hey, I'm still promoting it. Fuck your main channel. I'm about that niching down anime shit.
honestly, dude, might just become an anime TikToker now, dude. F the coding, dude.
Okay. Are you? I haven't even seen you actually post that much recently. Are you not
Dude,
posting every day?
I've been too tired to post, dude. I've been like grinding on code, like actual like my startup shit. So I've been like too lazy.
It's so
Nice.
hard to code and be a creator. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no,
Oh my
honestly,
me
it's
about
like
that.
it's draining, dude. Like because
Yeah.
once I like focus on code, then I have no creativity. My creativity's gone. It's like, dude, bye.
This is why I will forever stay a back-end engineer. People who do
Yeah.
both, I cannot. My brain doesn't allow that to happen. Are you full stack or back-end or front-end?
At work,
Oh
I
my
do backend, and then
Yeah.
for my startup, I need to do full stack. I'm doing everything. So
Yikes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
Full
luck.
stack is a grind.
That's crazy because Paras was like super grinding on TikTok. Like he hadn't not posted on TikTok in like a full year. And then we had our Scott Hanselman episode and like just like life changed for Paras. It was life changing.
yeah, dude, it was actually life changing. Actually, yeah.
Why? How so?
Dude, it's because like he made like such a good point about like how you should prioritize your life and what like
Yeah.
impact like what's so like for every person they always want to do like multiple things, right? Like I want to make TikTok videos, I want to make YouTube videos, I want to do a startup, I want to do well at my job, right? And he was basically just saying like prioritize it in a way where you can make the most impact right away and then kind of go down the list from there, right? So then I just made like a mental note on that. I'm like, wait, my TikTok videos, like they're fun, but it's like more of like they're fun to make rather than I doubt I'm gonna get to 1 million followers anytime soon, right? So I was just like, let me work on more of my startup stuff, which is gonna have a larger impact on my life right now, and then come back to TikTok, you know?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's something I struggle
thing-
with too.
Yeah. His thing is like you should go like in sprints, you know, so that you make an impact while you're sprinting. Because I mean
Yeah.
it is good to like have full focus on something and get a lot done versus like trying to
exactly.
like spread everything out. That was his main point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me too, it's like it comes down to sometimes I'm like, damn, do I really need to be grinding a
Right.
POV right now? I can like just not do that or like do make a song or like work on some other thing or like work on my actual job. But there's something so like I think encapsulating about the way that TikTok treats creators from their like app experience. Before I was able to like compartmentalize social media as like this is like a drug. I need to like not be addicted to this. I would easily spend 6 hours on the app a day.
Yeah.
Easily. It only takes me 20 minutes to make a goddamn POV. I turn that shit
Yeah.
on. I do like 2 takes and I'm done.
Yeah.
And then
Wow,
Yeah.
you're good.
I spend the next 5 hours checking the notifications, even if it doesn't blow up.
Dude, it's
Right.
so addicting.
It's
like the most addicting thing on the world, especially like you get that 1,000,000 view video and you're like, holy crap, like everything's blowing up. But it's like that's the part you gotta like separate. Like, okay, is that worth it to be just dragged in? You know?
That's the drug though. That's
You
that
just get
dopamine
dragged
hit
back
you
in,
get.
and then now you want to make another one like that. You're like, oh shit,
Right.
this one did so well. Like, let me do another one like that, and it's just a loop.
Absolutely, like you go in, like it sucks you in, like
Yeah.
it wants you
That's-
to app.
Yeah. That's why I have to like when I have my phone off and I'm just doing schoolwork, like I literally have to have my phone off or I will be on TikTok all day.
No,
So
it's
I intentionally
so easy.
carve it is. So I intentionally carve out weeks where I'm on TikTok so that I don't have to like fully focus. And then I intentionally carve out weeks where I'm like fully off TikTok or there's just no work that I get done.
No,
Absolutely
It
none.
happens to me all the time where it's like you like are focused for like an hour and then
Yeah.
you open up your phone, right? And you just get in
Like,
there and you're
fuck.
stuck there for 20 minutes and you're like, holy shit, 20 minutes just went by. I just wasted that time, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then you gotta come back. It's crazy.
20 minutes. I wish. It's like 3 hours.
Well, like I catch myself at 20 minutes. I'm like, holy shit, like what was I doing right now? Like I just was taking like a quick
Just
break, right? Mental break
consuming.
for a second, right?
You needed
Right.
that dopamine hit.
Yeah.
How's y'all's attention spans doing though?
Dude, it's trash, dude. It's trash.
Trash. Complete trash.
I think Alysia, you seem like you've maintained it. I feel like you're not. Like you seem like you maintained it.
She's a very much more of an adult than us, I think, in that aspect.
Dude,
We all have ADHD.
No. I think I'm the same. I think I had to like intentionally stop dedicating so much time to creating TikTok. So I either batch content on the weekend and literally just post it and close the app. Like I literally like kill the app on my phone so I don't even get notifications. I'm just like, I don't want to hear you.
That's it.
I am
Well, yeah, I
done.
turned off notifications a while ago. There's no way I could have had notifications on.
Yeah.
Like
Nah.
even right now, I'm getting so many, and I'd be dying. Like, it'd be like
Yeah.
keep clicking on that thing, man.
And I think in
Yeah.
terms of attention span, I think now I feel like my brain always wants to multitask. I can never sit and watch a video. I have to do something else at the same time. Like, my
Yeah.
brain- like
So
that's too
bad.
much attention to one thing. What are you doing? Like, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know.
It's so weird. Like I feel like the desire to just like flirt with different things throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing work, like I'll go get coffee and like go to a cafe and do work. Like
Yeah.
and then I'm at the
the
cafe and I'm
thing.
like, I'll vibe with this person here. You know what I mean? It's not about doing the work. It's about like dancing around the fact that I have work to do.
That
No, I
is
feel that, dude.
the
I feel
best
that
way to
so-
put that. Yeah. That's amazing. That is quite literally how it
That
is.
sums up working from home, dude. That
Yeah.
literally sums it up. It's like, oh, like I could be finishing this right now. Like I said this would be done tomorrow, but I can do it in an hour. Like, let me just hold off, you know? Like
Honestly, though.
I can't. I think that should incentivize companies to have like maybe a 5-hour day because then you're pushed to just work really hard in that short time.
No, dude,
Because
the
when
same
you
thing would
have
happen,
8-hour
dude.
days, you're like, I don't need 8 hours, you know? You kind of just
Mhm.
mess about for no reason.
I think that's
I
my
feel-
new self-proclaimed strategy. I'm gonna pull up to the office at like 10 and leave by 3.
Love it.
Mars, you just
that's
ruined
fair.
it for us. We're trying
Dude,
to
I feel
make
like the same thing would happen. You'd be like, oh, I have 5 hours. I think I can do it in 3. You know what I'm saying? Like
we're ultimately down to 1 hour.
Who actually
Yo,
spends 5
low
hours?
key though. If we grind it down to like 3 hours, I feel like I can get my week's work done in 3
That's
hours. I'm just
true.
saying,
Okay,
'cause I would do nothing else.
That's extreme. There's no way.
I would do
in a
nothing
week-
else.
In a week.
Okay,
3 hours.
3 hours a day. 3 hours a day.
3 hours a day, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
There's
If
no
you're,
way
like,
I'll be working 40
hyper-focused.
hours a week. There's just no way.
Is anyone really working 40 hours a week? Like, let's be honest. We take bathroom breaks. Like, we
No,
take
I
extra
mean-
breaks. We take
So,
like we
like,
diddle
in
around,
reality,
talk to our coworkers. Like,
You're gonna take an hour lunch, right? So you're automatically not working 8. You're working 7, and then in that 7, 2
No.
hours you're not working. There's no way you're working
no,
2 hours.
those hours you
know?
get
So
not
then-
you work 8 to 6, and then you get an
The
hour.
lunch hour is excluded,
Who
actually.
works 8 to 6?
No, I'm saying lunch hour is not included in that.
9 to 5, dude. 9 to 5. How many hours is that?
No, because if your lunch hour is not included.
Yeah,
I
no,
guess
9
it
to 6.
depends. For software engineers, we're salary. We don't give an F then. All right, so
I feel like engineers are like just doing. They work
Yeah,
at like
so
10
we're
p.m.
working
and
7,
stuff
dude.
too.
everyone's working 7.
Well, then that means you're
except
really
for-
working 4.
Except for dude, managers, dude. These dudes work like 24 hours a day. That's
Managers
what I
get
Dude.
wrecked. I feel
Dude, like my
Not the
manager
move.
works. He works for all day for our time, and then he takes a break for 2 hours, and then he's working India time, dude. This dude's crazy.
No,
That's
not
crazy.
right.
This dude's insane,
Damn,
man. He's on another level.
bruh, I hope he's
Wow.
getting paid.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like
He
he's
gets
like a
paid in the
senior
honor.
director. He's getting like he's getting
Honor
half
of
a mil a
serving the
year
firm.
easy. So he's chilling. Dude.
Honor.
He's chilling.
I would not work for honor. Sorry.
Do good for your firm.
And in return, what do I get? All right, this guy over here. I mean,
Be a
no
good
one work
little
for this guy.
worker, man. Be a-
Nah, no one work for me. We'll just have too many like club socials and then.
I love it.
and,
I'm
like,
signing
we'll
up.
be-
Alicia's like,
vibing.
sign me up.
We'll be vibing at the coffee shop. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anyways, I don't know.
But yeah, no one's working 8 hours, dude. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. No one's
No,
working
I was
8
I
hours,
was
let's
gonna
be
say
real.
like how many hours of the day are you working and just looking at the code?
What,
Is
like
your
you just
brain doing
stare at it?
anything? Like, is your brain like actually like problem solving or just like one
I
file?
mean, there's definitely
How
some days
many-
where I've only done like an hour or 2 of work. That's definitely happened.
Yeah.
But
So I
But
think
yeah,
we
yeah,
agree.
you just stare at it and you're like, I don't know what's happening, and I'm too lazy to focus enough where I can figure it out. You know,
Yeah.
that's definitely
So
happened.
Paris, I actually have a question. Okay, you worked at like a legit. He works at Salesforce. How many hours a day are you Googling? Like actually,
Googling?
like for like code.
So it depends on what part of the project I'm in, right? If
Okay.
I'm at the beginning of the project, I'm Googling like crazy, right? I don't even know how to like set up random things, right? And then once I'm in the project, then I'm not Googling at all because I already kind of know how to do this. And I'm only Googling errors. And I'm like, oh, dang, this errored out. Googling
Yeah.
that, errored out, Googling that.
Sorry, Aggy's over here like blowing kisses at his face, just raising his eyebrows. Hi.
Love you.
I love
Dude,
it. I
he's
love
thirst
it.
trapping already. dude.
He is
He's not even
thirst
lying.
trapping hard right now.
There's trapping all the 16-year-old boys on my live right now.
with female anime characters as their profile picture.
Let's see. It's either like a car or like some blonde chick or like Charlie or like Hunter x Hunter characters.
Yeah, there we go.
All right,
What's-
one last question.
Okay, what's your favorite anime character, Paris?
Oh, my favorite anime character? Oh, it has to be Trafalgar Law from One Piece. If you know
Wow.
One Piece. Yeah.
Not bad.
He
How about
loves
you?
One Piece,
What's
dude.
yours?
I think mine is Neferpitou because she's bad.
Oh, Hunter x Hunter. Dang, dude, you should make some Hunter x Hunter content. Dude.
I
That'd be
should
lit.
actually. I
Yeah.
think like that's the one anime like I know very well.
Yeah, no, I'd be down to
guys and your
down to watch some of
waifu.
that.
What'd you say? You guys and your waifus? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said.
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
she
You
is
heard
a
right.
waifu. I
My
guess she
bad.
is a waifu, but she's an ant though. She's an ant though.
I was not supposed to say that on the CS podcast. My bad.
She's an
No,
ant
you're
chimera.
fine. I just think it's funny.
She's a chimera ant, dude. She's not even human.
that's what's good. Feel me? Like it's like
It's
why
bestiality, dude.
hey, labels like terms like that are like so 2020.
Dude, I mean, if
I'm
you
just
identify as an ant, it's not, you know? It's fine.
So, Paris, are you coming out as an ant right now?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I identify as an ant and it's
Okay.
not,
All right,
so-
buddy. Well, guys, y'all heard it here first.
Time to wrap
My
up.
podcast partner is now an ant. It is time to go.
Too much
yeah,
has occurred today.
yeah, I think we went overboard at the end here. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Ayush. I really appreciate it. We appreciate it. Hope to have you back on, dude. Let Krystal know whenever you want to hop back on. We'll get you back
Yes,
on.
I would love
Do
to.
you want to plug anything real
Aggy,
quick before we
Thanks
hop
thank you
off?
for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having my Gen Z self on this podcast. I will plug my TikTok because I'm gonna be posting more content there. I'll post some snippets from this podcast probably. So
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
that'll be fun.
Oh, you should have done you should do a quick POV character before you go. We can use that.
Which one? Do you want to do like a famous one? Or like
What, I don't know. Well,
Right.
I don't. You guys
I'll
pick.
do a CS one. I have a good CS one.
Okay.
All right, do it.
Okay, let's do it. So it's POV. You just took a job at Facebook. Your
Oh,
friend comes
okay.
up
Horace,
to
you should do the POV with him. Or are you just gonna go for it? Just go for it.
No, just go. I have no idea what's happening.
Okay, so all right, we'll do it. Anyway, dude, that's why I chose Google over Facebook. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Oh, you chose where you're interning? You chose an internship? Oh, where at? Facebook. No, no way. What you gonna do? Make buttons? Have fun making buttons, bro. Hey, let me see your code. Wait, you're smart. What is that? I don't even understand what that is. Dude, I'm just making buttons. The end.
Dang, dude, that was good. That was good.
Thank you. Look, my live viewers just increased from that one skit.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, thank you for thank you for having us. Thank you for being here.
You guys are dope. This is so much fun.
Yeah, we'll
Sorry
link
for-
all of his links in the description. Check those out.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
And we out you.
Bye, guys.